Okay, welcome back. I've decided we are going to make one final attempt to take out the House of Julii. We've already gone for 2 failed attacks on Halicarnassus, but we're so close to finishing them off that I kind of feel like we do just have to go for at least one more try. So I'm going to send this fleet over to the west, take out an Egyptian navy on our way, and we are just going to move as close to Sparta as possible. And we're going to try and fill the ship with as much as we can. So we're going to launch back towards Asia Minor at the start of next turn. So we have 1 turn to recruit as much as we possibly can. So I'm going to go for Roman Cav here, Legionary Cohort here, another Legionary Cohort in Athens, and then I think this town is just too far away, but we're going to send some forces. This is probably... I can't tell exactly what the closest way would be, but this is pretty close, so we'll go with that. And then we're going to take some units from Larissa. Let's go with everything except the peasants. And then we're going to have to deal with the public order situation, so we're just going to drop these guys to a normal tax rate. And then these guys can also go down to a normal tax rate. Temple of Juno. I'm just going to destroy that. It's not too important, but I think we might as well replace it. Temple of Saturn should keep them nice and happy. And then yeah, low tax rate should pretty much solve our issues there. Something else we can repair, the walls, okay, might as well do that. And then yeah, Athens is busy, Corinth is busy, Sparta is busy, and we've got, gonna be honest, not the best force, still kind of weak, still kind of have my doubts, but with 2 extra units of Legionary Cohort and 1 extra unit of Roman Cav, it might be just about okay, and I'm also gonna pick up 1 final unit of Roman Cav from here. And we do have the leftovers of our army that failed, which we can also use. It's going to be a bit rubbish, but we're going to make one last attempt. I think it does make sense to do so. So, yeah, we're ready to go for an attack on Halicarnassus next turn. Might as well pick up something from here too, so let's just go with Roman Cav. We're going to move these guys up towards Bilasura, because these have been lurking here for some time now, but it does kind of look like they're considering going for an attack on Bilasura, so it might as well at least attempt to prepare for that. And then we've got a pretty big force on our ships here, which we're going to move towards Batavium.
Yes, Captain. Move depleted, sir. Aye, aye, Captain.
And then I do wonder if we went for this attack.
Orders. Attack.
Can't do it this turn. I kind of forgot about that. Okay, so we can't attack that this turn, but next turn we should be able to go for a nice big attack on that. And then I think... yeah, we do have a spy here, which we're going to send to Massilia. Hopefully open it up straight away from the start of next turn, as it's not going to be a tough fight. No matter what happens, it's a bunch of pigs, and then actually a very good general. He's 63 years old, so he could cause some problems in theory, but we do massively outnumber him, and the pigs, of course, are not going to be a threat at all. They're completely on the wrong side of the map. Over here they might be a problem, but over in Italy, or wherever that is, Massilia, I'm not sure where that is in the modern day, south of France, I guess? Yeah, they're not going to be a problem there, so that's all good. And then we're going to also try and fix up the public order in Rome by sending over some peasants. And yeah, they seem pretty happy with that. I'm going to leave them on a high tax rate for now instead of going to a very high tax rate. And we've actually got quite a few forces here that we can send up. Not really sure what we can do with them at this point, but we might as well send them to Ariminum. Yeah, we don't really need to worry too much about the economy now. It's pretty much completely fixed. But still. Okay, so we've got a pretty good force coming up to back up our 1 defender in Ariminum. And we might as well retrain him too. I'm kind of considering getting a spy, because if we can open up Segesta straight away, that's going to help us round off the campaign pretty quickly. So let's see, can we actually recruit one here? Yes we can. Wrong thing. Yeah, so just to clear up, we are very, very close to finishing the campaign. We're 4 settlements away. So thinking about it, we've got 1 target here, which is obviously going to go down. Massilia. And then we've got Segestica. And probably Batavium. And even if that fails, we've also got Sidon, which we could break into as soon as next turn. And then over in the south we've also got this force, which is moving to the east. potentially 2 or 3 turns away from taking a town, if there is one over there. I'm pretty sure there is one somewhere, and I'm just guessing that it's in this kind of green patch. And it looks like there's another town just to the east of Jerusalem that we could potentially go for, in theory. And we do have 30k left in the bank, but I'm not really sure what we can do with it. We've kind of reached the point where everything useful is already active. I have noticed that the Britannic force here is not actually besieging the fort, so I'm guessing that's a glitch. Either that or the AI is just incredibly bad at dealing with forts. But I think we're actually going to be safe from Britannia. I could be forgetting something, but I think instead of just panning around the map, we're just going to win the turn and see what happens. Okay, so these guys go for an attack on this force, which I should have moved away. Okay, so they actually break the siege at Salona in order to come and finish these guys off. We can still withdraw though. Okay, so they've gone for a big attack against Marcus Hostilius, who has definitely the weaker force, unfortunately. Manius Mela. Oh, I see, this is... I was looking in the wrong place. I think I mixed this up with the town next to Scythia. Okay, so it's thought to be relatively even, but those are some very elite units, so we've got to be pretty careful with this. Let's see what we can do. Yeah, I'm really not convinced by these forces. They're not great. I'm going to try and send my cav out of the walls. With the exception of the general, I think we're going to need his morale. So let's bring him back round. Okay, so they should come for an attack, although actually it looks like they're going to attack with their onagers first. Hopefully just going for the gates and things. Yeah, it looks like they're just going for the walls instead of our units. So that's okay at least. Cav should be on their way out. Yeah, slowly on their way out. Okay, they managed to break through that really quickly. Okay, let's see if we can kind of beef this up a bit. They've already broken through it. Okay, that's really starting to rush in. Principes, yeah, not going to do great. Charging straight in with Cav. Okay, we're going to run. Because they are just planning to completely surge through. You guys should not be going out. Yeah, they're actually pushing through us pretty quick.
Your reinforcements have arrived! This is hopeful news indeed!
Yeah, they're really just attacking pretty much everything with the onagers, but not the actual units, so that's okay at least. We do have a good surround going here, so we might be able to inspire some kind of mass rout. They're not actually breaking through there, but my units are getting a bit screwy. Yeah, a bit of a mass rout going, but we have to be a bit careful. Bit of lag too. Not sure exactly what the cause is. Alright, gonna have to send our general over to deal with this. They kind of neglect to deal with the gate. They've broken through just about everything at once. Cav should be on their way out. Okay, most of them are out, so we're gonna send them around. Oh, that's rough. Yeah, once again, 30 men left. And he's the first to drop. That's Auxilia, so can't really deal with those. Okay, so what we might have to do is just try and get back to the town square without taking too many losses, because right now we're getting absolutely chewed to pieces. Have at least got our reinforcements in their way. Yeah, I kind of underestimated just how many walls they planned to knock down, so I completely tried to crowd them out of one specific section, and they've managed to break through everything. Units are trying to route through them from what I can see, so the Illyrian mercenaries are getting completely destroyed. These guys are coming in from this direction, which is good. That's probably what we want. Okay, I'm not going to use them for now. I'm going to focus on these. Early legionary cohort with a big charge with all of these. We should be able to break them, I think. These guys are broken too. Yeah, I think they're going to try and flee the worst possible way. So this is pretty much lost. These guys have gone for a big charge on the early legionary cohort, who are in fact holding out. Yeah, they're really holding out. Actually routed the Auxilia first. Okay, so more Auxilia there, we don't want to fight them. I think we're just going to try and gather up, and we're going to pretty much abandon the town. It's all kind of gone pear-shaped in the town. And we do have a few units left, I think. Yeah, like 7 guys left in the town square. So I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to focus on what's going on outside of the town. So this is not the best force. I think even these all together could not necessarily take on the general. But I think we still probably have to go for that. These guys are caught by something. Auxilia, let's not do that. Okay, so General goes into wedge formation. Let's see what we can do. If we can take him out, we might be able to trigger some kind of rout. Okay, so we've got the General. We can't go for a charge with the rally troop ability. But we should at least have a good surround going here. Yeah, Cav just seem to be moving extremely slowly.
The enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us.
Okay, enemy general's dead.
The attack.
So we're gonna have to try and rely on triggering some kind of mass rout. Doesn't really matter too much if we lose most of our units here. Not the end of the world. Because just to the east of here is Massilia, which is pretty weakly defended. Okay, let's see. If we go for a mass charge against a Praetorian cohort, it's not the best matchup, but with our sheer numbers, I'm hoping we can safely break them. Getting into the town and doing something about that is going to be less simple. Let's see, so they're shaken at least. Not yet wavering. Okay, so one of our units has broken. We're going to try and bring up the general, just to shore things up a bit. I think they might just have a few too many men. So yeah, they've taken the town square. Mass rout. Okay, we're going to send in the general. There's a slight risk that he tries to flee. But our units right now are trying to flee straight through the Praetorian cohorts, and they are now a lot more confident. Okay, I think we could actually lose the town here. Could have managed this a lot better, but never mind. We'll be able to take it back. Gives us a bit more time too, just to at least attack the Brutii. Yeah, it's otherwise not looking too good. I've got quite a few units coming through though. If they can make it back to the town square without dying, they're going to have to run straight through this unit of early legionary cohort. Let's see. Okay, so we at least reset the timer. I think it's all down to the general. We have to see what he can do. Right now it's mostly our units routing. Still got reinforcements coming in, but they're a bit late. Okay, he's routing too, yeah, so this is not going well. I think I would genuinely rather have one elite unit than about 3 basic units on this difficulty, because they really just don't hold for more than a few seconds at a time. General's gonna potentially have to fight some war dogs.
The walls have fallen before the onslaught. to be a new wall.
Yeah, just so many units being wasted going back to the town square. And these guys are just going to take forever to actually get through. They are shaken, but we're just coming in too slowly, and in fact, I think the units are literally trying to run through the wall. So we're now also being screwed by the glitches. Don't get me wrong, I've not done the best with this. Still just shaken. So not wavering yet. Gonna try and protect our general at least. No, it's routing. Yeah, this is dreadful. They need to at least get through. It's their own town. Yeah, they just break us immediately every time we try to do something. We massively outnumber them here, but it's not enough. And when we break, everyone just tries to run straight through them. So we're literally taking hundreds of losses that we shouldn't be taking. I think what really made it difficult is the fact that they attacked literally about 8 different sections of wall at once. So I think the best hope would have actually been to attempt to hold on to just the town square and ignore the walls. So yeah, there's not enough morale for us to actually do anything with this, and we're just kind of losing too many units. Okay, well these are at least reinforcements, so I think it's better off if we just retreat. Oh, we can't. I see, so even reinforcements will try to route towards the town square, so even the reinforcements are doomed for that reason. Which is really annoying because, of course, in real life we would just abandon the town.
This turn of events may make them lose heart.
What can we do? Yeah, I don't know about that. I might just have to let Narbo Martius go because we've definitely got some easier targets than this. Like, I literally, I don't even want to take the fight. I'm taking it because I absolutely have to. But I know for a fact that we're just gonna get routed. Straight away. Yeah, this is the problem. Our units are just getting completely destroyed on their way through. Even the war dogs, it's free kills for them. You can see how quickly we go down every time one of them makes contact. So many units just unable to do anything. Still thinks the balance of power is okay, and I'm a bit surprised by that. I mean, it's against us, but alright, so we're about to be timed out, so I think we're just gonna have to go for whatever attack we can. We can actually get through in time. Yeah, you can see here just where we tried to route straight through their units, we were just completely chewed up. I do think if we tried to just hold the town square, that might have actually kept it going. But never mind. Not sure if that's the worst loss of the campaign so far, I think it might be. We're gonna get routed over and over again as we go for these. I actually broke them this time. Okay, but we've only got 4 seconds left. So what I'm hoping is some of these units will survive. Yeah, so they got about twice as many kills as we did. Obviously a lot of that was just our units trying to route straight through them, but I think what I really didn't account for was the onagers and the fact that they were gonna blow open the walls so much at the same time. Now this fight should go a lot better. Both of these generals are excellent. Herennius Cloud is here, who has been attacked first, unfortunately has the far worse force. Let's see what this guy has. So he's not that good himself. I really don't trust the Thracian mercenaries, we've been let down by them a few times, but once the reinforcements come in, we should have a really good shot here. It is very nearly an amazing battle map, but unfortunately it looks like they will just about be able to get themselves onto the hill before we can make contact. Still, it's worth trying to just take as much of this hill as we can. Don't know if this quite works, but let's go for it. Kind of hard to see a lot at once. No, I think we should spread a lot wider than that. Okay, so our general here is great. 65 men. I'm actually going to bring them around to this flank because our units on that side are pretty weak. Archers are already firing. Okay, so let's see. They do have onagers and they are starting to fire. I'm going to have to try and catch them out, but I don't want to do it with the general, so I'm going to try to send round our equites. It's probably going to be their last act of the campaign because there's only 54 of them left, but they are pretty experienced, so I'm hoping their morale will just about hold out. Keeping the Thracian mercenaries at the back, so that if their morale lets us down, it's not going to be the end of the world. As looks like they're going for a full charge here. We should be fine with that. It's just some equites. So yeah, they do already rout. Okay, so got to be a bit careful. They're definitely getting some kills with these onagers. Okay, so we're still firing on them. Need to get these guys a bit closer. Yeah, they're the ones who are attacking us, so they should be coming towards us, but they're kind of not. Onagers are fairly well protected. They've also got a couple of units of ballistas. Okay, our equites outnumber their equites, but they have potentially the hill and the difficulty settings on their side, so I don't actually think that would be a good fight for us. Okay, so they are going for a full charge. I'm probably just going to have to go and get involved. Yeah, they got war dogs too, which I think war dogs charging at us from down the hill is just going to be too uncomfortable to deal with. Okay, so they are led by a unit of equites, which is not a big problem. Okay, routed him, perfect. This is more like it. These legionary cohorts are just so much better. Even compared to early legionary cohorts, I feel like there's just such a massive step up. And see how Hastati here are not going to do quite so well. Okay, you guys have run forward, which is fine, you're completely entitled to do that. But let's send up a general. And I think at this point we can probably just finish them off with a mass rout, so I'm going to take everyone off guard mode, and I think we're just going to go for a big charge. Actually, hang on. Maybe not. Okay, Triarii, this should be a really good matchup for the legionary cohort. Even the Thracian mercenaries should be okay. These guys are taking heavy losses. Should be able to break those. Yeah, I've been a bit premature actually. Should not have gone for this, so let's see how well the Arcani hold out.
The enemy general flees! Press forward so the spirit of his army is broken too!
Yeah, that's probably the end of the equites there, but that's fine. Should be able to mass rout them.
caused his troops much heartache.
62 men left.
To have lived.
62 men. I did think about that when I went for the charge. I thought I've not done the summon troops thing. Not the summon troops thing, the rally troops ability. But still, like, he's 2 gold chevrons. He's one of our best generals. That is such a bad way to go. Okay, well, I guess the only thing we can really do now is just try to clear up as many as possible. The fight is clearly over, and they are just trying to withdraw.
Clearly our victory.
Yeah, so I'd call that a Pyrrhic victory. Really unfortunate to have lost the general there. Still had 57 men left at the end of the fight. Clearly very much in our favour. We lost to almost no one, but we did lose one of our very best generals, who went down with 540 kills in the end. Unfortunately, we do lose the man himself, along with his 2 gold chevrons. Very costly, but we should be able to take this town pretty easily now. Pretty much broken all forms of resistance. And we still have at least 1 good general here. Okay, so they do actually have quite a bit left in the town. Britannia does go and besiege this, but I'm pretty sure they already did that once, so doesn't necessarily mean they're going to go for it, and then they go for an attack on these, which, annoyingly, we're not reinforced here, and we're not able to withdraw, so... Okay, they actually go for the attack on this fleet too, but this time we win. Okay, man of the hour. I think we will accept him. He's nowhere near as good, but for a 20-year-old, he's pretty solid. He's not bad. Okay, so let's jump into the town. And let's just see what happens. We go for this. Okay, so if we go for that, they are willing to take the fight straight away. I imagine that they're not going to be quite so willing if we try to involve this guy. No. I shouldn't have done that. Although we can go straight in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm probably just going to auto-resolve this. But I'm going to attack with our weaker force and our newer general, because it doesn't really matter too much if a few of these units get killed. Alright, so at least we get the town. Yeah, they got loads of kills, but fine. We finally take that town at last. And this guy is still pretty much fully healthy, so not bad. Okay, so let's get one of these, and... Can't really retrain too much. We can boost things' armor. Okay, fine. Never mind. Alright, so let's see what else is going on. So, we have lost 3 family members. Lots of construction done, lots of repairs done. We finally got our ultra-powerful naval unit. Not sure if it's too late for it to really do anything, but let's go and attack this. Yeah, so clearly a very strong ship, but I don't know. Still takes losses every fight, so I'm not sure it makes that much of a difference. Okay, so here is our ship that got defeated, and it looks like they've actually fallen back to defend Batavium. See if we can take this straight away. No, we can't. Okay. Alright, so this backup force shouldn't be strong enough to really cause us any real problems. And then, if we force them to come to us, I do wonder if we could take them on. I'm going to get the Shrine to Saturn just to shore up the public order there. And let's just get some peasants. I'm not too worried about Britannia anymore. I don't really think they can do anything to us. Okay, and next up, these guys are going to the south. Or to the east.
General! Forward! Forward!
Okay, so we still can't see anything of that, but what I can do...
Imperator! Imperator! Sir! Orders! Sir!
Can launch an attack on Sidon, we can go straight in.
Settlement, sir! Settlement under siege, sir! Imperator!
I'm a little bit worried that if we do this we'll lose an elephant, but
Attack!
it should be fine. Yeah, we don't lose an elephant, so that's all good. We don't actually lose anything at all. Okay, so we take Sidon.
Victory!
And that is a lot of extra denarii if we needed it, which we don't. Okay, so we are now up to 47 regions, because of course we have lost one. But we've gained 2.
Fleet ready!
Not sure what the fastest option is going to be here, but
Orders, sir! Aye, aye, Captain! Imperator!
so we're not going to be able to get across this turn.
Imperator! Morning! Set sail!
But we should be able to cross straight away at the start of next turn.
General! Imperator! Orders?
Okay, so in theory it's a full stack. We do have some really bad units on here, like this unit of 8 Principes. But still, it looks like the Brutii are actually going to try and expand to the east, and I wouldn't be surprised if they somehow make that work. So we can actually land here,
Aye, aye, Captain!
but I don't think we should, because they will just turn back and probably destroy us. Okay, so we're going to get a spy just in case we can break in. And yeah, I think... been recording for probably at least half an hour now, so I'm going to wrap it up there. But actually, before we do,
Prepare for battle! Besiege
let's take this one too, because then at least we've got a net gain of 2 towns. So I don't want to lose too many of these units, but if we lose a few of these... No, we do have to go for the attack with these. Okay, I think we just risk it, because it's massively in our favour. We do get much more kills than they do, and we take their settlement. Shouldn't have exterminated because there's actually no one there. Really, almost nobody there. Okay, so we're up 3 towns, down 1, and I'm hoping we can take Narbo Martius back once these guys reach us. If I go and besiege this, I think we would not actually stand up to that, although in theory it looks like a kind of even matchup. I don't think that is in our favour at all, so we'll hold back on that. Okay, yeah, I think we've done enough for this part, so thanks for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed, and next time we will be taking on the final Brutii settlement, and at that point we're going to be pretty close to the conclusion of the campaign. Unfortunately, not the most perfect of episodes there, but still making progress, so I think that'll do. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.